Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Enguru's YouTube live session. I apologize for the technical glitch that I had today, because of which I could not start on time. But thank you so much for watching this video, for watching this live session. Today, we are going to talk about personality. Now, if we look back or if we look around, personality is a very important part of our lives. We often talk about people, and the first thing that we speak about is their personality, even when we don't know that person. Okay, like, hi, Rose, good to see you here. Okay, so for example, I haven't met Rose till now. Okay, I only see her on these live sessions. So my picture about her personality is that Rose seems to be a very amiable personality. Okay, so personality is something that we look at people or we judge people just by even the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they dress up. We don't really need much to understand. It's just by looks we always use these words. But at the same time, the words good and nice, I think I always speak about this in all my live sessions. The word nice and good is overused without having enough description to what we really want to share. So today in this session we are going to talk about personality types and what are the appropriate words that we can use when we want to talk about them. All right, so the first one that we are going to talk about is brave. He is a brave personality. So, brave necessarily does not mean somebody who has a gun or somebody who has a knife and he's fighting at the border. Not necessarily. A brave personality can be someone like Rose, somebody who takes problems head on, somebody who does not um, stop from speaking the truth. So, he's a brave or she's a brave personality. So, brave necessarily does not mean by strength. It can also be your mental strength, your attitude to face problems. So, one of the words that we can use for personality is brave. Rose is very brave. Siddharth has a very brave personality because he takes problems head on. He does not stop from tackling problems in his everyday life. The second word that we can use is chatty. Chatty means someone who talks thank you, Rose. Chatty means someone who talks a lot, all the time talking, talking, talking. Arvin, he's a very chatty personality. That means one word that tells us we don't want to use the word talkative, but we want to use the word chatty means he can talk to anybody anywhere. He has a chatty personality. Okay, so the first word we did, I hope Rose is going to help you. The first word that we did is brave. The second word that we are doing is chatty. Chatty means someone who talks a lot. The third word that we're going to do is witty. The word witty is often not really used in the right context. For example, someone who has a good sense of humor, someone who is intelligent, and someone who knows how to handle different situations is a witty person. For example, if I say, today, I had, oh, today it's raining cats and dogs. Oh, wow. Did you catch any one of them? Hmm? What? Sorry? So he's a witty person. He's using this his sense of humor by making the situation light and say, hey, did you catch any cats and dogs? So witty, yes, Rose, those are good words that you're sharing. So witty personality is somebody who has a good sense of humor, uses it at the right time, and he's intelligent. He or she is intelligent. I shouldn't be saying too much of he. It can be a he or a she. Okay. So brave, chatty, and we've done witty. Another word that we can often use is charming. Charming means somebody who charms everybody, somebody who wins hearts. For example, um, who can I talk about? One of these Bollywood actors, Vicky Kaushal. Vicky Kaushal has a very charming personality. That means he's nice, he's lovely, he's happy, he's someone you can talk to. So charming. I mean, I'm sure all of you would have read your fairy tales when you were kids. That one day you will meet your Prince Charming. Okay, so the word charming means somebody who wins hearts, somebody who's very lovely to speak to, lovely to look at, lovely to walk, to talk. Overall, a wonderful person. So charming. The next word that we are going to do is grumpy. This is a negative word. I'm sure you have people around you who are like, "Good morning, uncle. What's so good about the morning? Hello, uncle. How are you doing today? You think I should be doing bad?" Those are the people that you want to stay away from. Those are the people we call as grumpy people. They never have a reason to smile. They never have a reason. Yes, we know, Rose, you could say rude. But rude is like once in a while. But grumpy is like they are always like, I remember my friend's mother, I used to call her and ask her, "Hello, auntie, how are you?" And she used to say, "Why? You wish I should be unwell?" After that, I stopped asking her. I was scared. So, grumpy means someone who never smiles, always has complaints about everything around them, and just like someone you don't want to be around with. The second negative word that we're going to talk about is cowardly. Now, who is a cowardly personality? A cowardly personality is one who shies away from anything that has to be done. Not willing to take initiatives, not willing to take responsibilities, not willing to take ownership for anything. Those are the kind of people that we say absolutely cowardly personality. And unfortunately we have many, like for example, though it's not a great example, in India, when a crime is committed, okay, there are cowardly personalities who stand and just watch. They do not take up the step, they do not take up the ownership of taking one step forward and helping the victim. Those kind of people are called cowardly personality, who probably just talk, but they don't do anything beyond it. Okay, so far we've done brave personality, we've done chatty personality, we've done charming personality, we've done grumpy personality, and the last one that we just did now is cowardly personality. Okay, Rose, thank you for all this. So Rose has shared with us calm personality, silent, silent, a quiet. Okay, yes, he's a quiet person, and rude personality. Great, Rose, you're doing good. Um, we can say someone is a very popular personality. Popular means where everybody knows. For example, a popular personality in India is probably Sri Narendra Modi. Everyone knows him. He's a very popular personality. Okay. Or for example, yeah, famous, exactly. Famous, you could say like someone like Mahesh Babu, or this the recent South Indian actors who are doing really great in the industry. Ram Charan, I guess that's his name, right? I get confused with these names. Ram Charan is a very popular personality, or Rajnikant, he's a very popular personality. Okay, so that's one way of saying. Famous is another word. Yes. Oh wow, Yogesh, hi. Virat Kohli. How could I forget Virat Kohli? Virat Kohli is very popular. Any other very famous personality, someone with a very famous person from the cricket world? I used to know Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Virat Kohli, but now I don't know many. All right. Um, you could also use the word moody personality. Now, I'm sure you have met these kind of people. One moment they're like, "Yay, hi, let's do this, that," and next one, look, "I don't want to talk now. I'm in a bad mood." Moody people you don't know. Yes, absolutely right, Rose. Abdul Kalam ji was a very famous, very popular, very, I think I will run out of words if I start describing him, but absolutely awesome personality. That's the word that comes to my mind for him. But talking about the word moody personality, you don't know when are they going to be in a good mood, when are they going to be in a bad mood. They just like keep switching their moods. Those are the people that we call like chameleons. That animal, right? Chameleon that goes in the garden. Wherever they see color, they keep changing. So sometimes people are like that. Okay. The next one I'm going to talk about is an untidy personality. Never ever looks neat. A very shabby personality. Doesn't wear clean clothes, doesn't talk properly, hair is not nice. Overall, like, so untidy. So, can you think of people? Think, yeah, dirty Rose. Can you think who are the untidy personalities I know in my life? Or who are the people that I look at? Untidy personality. I don't want to talk to them again. So, untidy personality. Now, The reason I am doing this session today for Nguru, because we always get stuck with words when we have to talk about people. And talking about people is a natural thing that all of us do. We all talk about people, but you should know what words and how to use them. So far done words like brave, chatty, charming, grumpy, untidy, cowardly, and the last one that I just did is popular and untidy. So these are words that you can use in your everyday life. When you're talking to your friends, you can say, "Hey, you know what? I met a very untidy personality today. Rahul is so untidy. His behavior, his way of talking, his way of thinking, everything is very untidy." Okay. Then we have people who we describe as amiable. Amiable. Amiable personalities are the ones that are absolutely friendly and easy to handle. So, Rose and Yogesh, are you amiable? Do you have an amiable personality? That means people can walk up to you, talk to you, have a discussion. Are you one of those? Okay. The next word similar to amiable is called agreeable. Agreeable means somebody who doesn't get into an argument. Oh no, no, Yogesh, come on, yeah. Virat Kohli is not doesn't have a good personality. If I'm not an agreeable personality, then Yogesh, I may get into an argument with you. I may just start defending you. Oh no, you are wrong. I am right. We don't like such people. So an agreeable, he's a very agreeable personality. He agrees. Uh, like for example, we are planning a holiday. Rose and Yogesh and me, three of us are going to go on a holiday. Rose will say, "Ma'am, let's go to Coorg." I'll say, "Yeah, yeah, let's go to Coorg." Okay. But Yogesh will say, "No, Coorg is not nice. We should go to Udupi." So Yogesh is not an agreeable personality because he keeps saying no for everything and he keeps putting off whatever people tell him. So, agreeable means someone who is fun to be with, somebody who agrees to what you're saying, somebody who doesn't get you into an argument just for the sake of it. At the same time, amiable is someone who's friendly, easy to talk to. You don't have to like, if you see me on YouTube live, you see me like very amiable. But if you see me in real life, I'm standing like this. Hi, Zinia. If like Rose lives in Bangalore, okay, I also live in Bangalore. If Rose meets me on the way, says, "Good morning, ma'am." Yeah, hi, what do you want? I'm not at all amiable. She'll run away. She'll say, "Wow, this lady comes on YouTube and she's so friendly, and look at her. What a bad personality she has. She's such a grumpy personality." All right, that's how we connect. The next one we're going to talk about is generous personality. I'm sure all of you remember the time when COVID happened the first time. There was there was a person from the Bollywood called Sonu Sood. He went out of his way to help the migrant laborers when they were walking, across states. So the word that comes to your mind first thing is kind. But if you have to describe his personality, you could say he has a very generous personality. Generous means very giving, very selfless, somebody who really thinks about others. So instead of using the word kind, you can use the word generous. Sonu Sood has a very generous personality. Rose, Yogesh, do you have generous personalities? You know what, you guys can actually write type your personality type for me in the box. I don't mind seeing it. Okay. And then the word amiable, if you get confused with the word amiable and you don't know how to use it, you can use a simpler word like easygoing. Yogesh is a very easygoing personality, like no kitch kitch, easy, easy peasy pie, like how we say. Okay, so we've done so far. We would also talk about the word modest. Modest is best defined as someone who doesn't have bad attitude. Modest is best defined as someone who is not proud, very, very down to earth. For example, if you look at Ratan Tata, despite coming from such a big family, despite being the head of such a huge empire, not umpire is with cricket, empire, okay, or business, he's a very modest man. He doesn't have very high-fi living style and all of that. Oh, Yogesh says I am easygoing person, not person. Yogesh, you have to use the word personality. So Yogesh, you have a easygoing personality. Okay. So the word that comes modest, I think the first word that strikes my mind is Ratan Tata, because he's, despite his huge background, really rich, he's very modest, he's very amiable, he's very agreeable, he's very popular. I mean, so many words that you can attach to his name, for this personality. Okay. One word that is neither positive but neither negative is called a diplomatic. A diplomatic personality usually knows how to tackle different people. For example, Yogesh meets me on the way and he says, Zina ma'am, can I borrow your car? Now, I don't want to give him my car, but I don't want to say no directly. So I would say, hey, Yogesh, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. I would love to help you. But today I have to go and pick up my children. It's raining very heavily over here. What did I do? In a very diplomatic way, in a very polished, in a very subtle manner, I said no to him. So you can easily say Xenia has a diplomatic personality where you balance it out in the right way. And being diplomatic is not a negative trait, because the world we live in, we always can't be honest. It can backfire like really bad. It can have a boomerang effect, and you don't know when it's going to hit you and how. You know the meaning of boomerang effect, right? Boomerang effect means when something goes and hits back in a very hard way. If you see Mowgli, the first time when Mowgli came, he has this triangle piece of wood that he throws into the jungle, and it comes back to him. That's what we call as a boomerang. So boomerang effect is when you do something and the effect it has on you after that. So that's why being diplomatic is a very, you have to do it in a very polished way so that you don't fall into a trap and you are not graded as someone grumpy or negative or, mean. Because mean is another word we use for personality type. So to quickly summarize, like we've done a little bit of the session already, the positive words that we've done so far are brave, amiable, agreeable, easygoing, popular, charming, chatty. Okay, I can't think of more. Easygoing, of course. And the negative words that we have done so far. Yes, Rose, I'm enjoying the climate. I can see the rain. It's from my window. I can see how heavily it's raining, and I'm a little worried, but okay. So the negative words that we did to describe personality types are grumpy. Then we spoke about cowardly, and we spoke about untidy, and we spoke about moody. Okay. So, and diplomatic, of course, is like uh, is right at the edge. It can easily become a negative trait, or it can also be a positive trait. For example, all these is officers, ifs officers, or they have to be diplomatic, because they can't go on saying yes yes and no no to everybody. If you're not diplomatic, you may just end up having many enemies. You may end up burning bridges means not really putting a bridge on fire, but burning bridges means when you have bad relationship with people. So, being diplomatic in a subtle, in a polished way is essential to survive in the corporate world, in your personal life, everywhere else. All right. Someone we call as a proactive personality. A proactive personality is one who understands situations and does things beforehand. For example, Yogesh or Rose, when you get up in the morning and you see, oh, there's no milk in the fridge, let me get the milk and keep it because we are going to have tea. That means you have proactively, even without someone telling you, you have taken a step forward. It happens in offices, it happens in our personal life, where we don't wait for instructions to come to us, we just do things because it is needed. Such people, we say, oh, he has a proactive personality, because when you are proactive, when you have a proactive personality, you definitely are one step ahead of others around you, because you are thinking ahead of them. You're not waiting for someone to come and tell you, Rose, there is no milk, can you go and bring it? Oh, Yogesh, there's no bread, how do we have breakfast? So a proactive personality usually thinks one step ahead and prepares accordingly, or makes things up. Okay. Rose, I know we've been talking about your situation with my tech team. Let me finish this session. If you can please register. Let me get back to you after this call. Okay. I needed your phone number, but I don't think you can put it here. But I like to call you after this session, and we'll figure out. I know that you've been facing a problem with this. Okay. Right. So coming back, I hope that these words that we are doing, they are going to help you in speaking better, in expressing better. So do not hesitate in using these words. It may seem difficult, like I told you, the word amiable may seem difficult and you don't know how to use it. Replace it with the word easygoing. Okay. It is always English as a language has many alternative words that you can use. That's why we call them synonyms. But the trick is that how much are you using? If you can't use amiable today, it's fine. But 1 week later, you keep switching in your mind easygoing, amiable, easygoing, amiable. Okay. Once you start thinking like this and start thinking about using these words as often as possible, you will see it'll become a part of your vocabulary. I would have shared like 10 or 12 words till now. It is humanly not possible to use all the words at one go. But step by step, if you start using one word a day, target one word a day. Today, I'm going to use the word witty. Now, I look around. Who are the people who are witty in my circle? Is there someone who's witty in my family? Are my teachers witty? Are my friends witty? It's a it's a conscious process of identifying personality types. So, brave, witty, chatty, modest, easygoing, grumpy, cowardly, moody, popular, untidy. If you just look at these 10 words, you will be able to categorize so many people around you, your neighbors, your family members, your cousins, your batchmates, so many people who you can easily categorize into these personalities. Okay, so that is the secret to learning and remembering and using these words. But if you just listen to this session, it was a good session, and then you forget, it is not going to add value. That's for sure. Any language, if you want to enhance your vocabulary, the trick is to keep using it as often as possible. Those of you listening to this for the first time, you must know that Enguru is a spoken English app that allows you to speak in English freely with live classes. We have live classes for 15 hours daily, 365 days of the year, and you can register. I know Rose has been facing a challenge, but we'll help her out with that. Yogesh, if you haven't still joined, please join our live classes. You will experience learning with certified teachers and with other batchmates. You will gradually start improving. Okay, learning English is not difficult, it is all about practice. So, the more you practice, the faster you will learn. All right, now let's look at two more words before we go ahead. Fearless personality. So, brave and fearless, they are more or less, they can be used as synonyms. For example, Lala Lajpat Rai, he had a fearless personality. He did not surrender. He just went on and on. Okay. We can also say that Rani Lakshmi Bai, she was a brave personality. So fearless and brave, they can be used by interchanging, but both of them mean people not with muscle power, not with ammunition, guns, and nuclear bombs, but definitely they had a lot of mental strength. They had the ability to say no to situations. So, Rose and Yogesh, even if somebody in your day to day life is troubling you or you want to say no to something, you are a fearless personality then. The ability to say no is difficult. We all find it very difficult to say no. We'll be doing this in one of the sessions on how to say no effectively, but then you are fearless. For example, Rose wants to learn English with Enguru. She's fearless because she has made up her mind that she wants to learn English. Okay, so these are the ways that we are going to be learning more. So let's quickly recap. So the words are brave, chatty, modest, witty, amiable, agreeable, easygoing, untidy, popular, moody, grumpy, proactive, witty, and charming. So these are the words that we have done today, and I hope. Okay, Rose, is there a way that I could have your phone number, or let me connect with you after this because I have your login. I can see you online. Yes, Rose, I got your point. I am going to help you right after this session. We're going to call you up and we'll figure out how we can do this. So I hope that this session was helpful for all of you, those who are going to be watching this later. Remember, try using one word a day. Do not have an overdose of using too many words per day because you'll get highly confused. You can use one word a day. Go easy, take it easy, and learn with enjoyment. Don't get stressed when you're trying to learn English. It'll never help. All right. So thank you very much for joining in this session. Vino Rose, I'm going to be connecting you right after this session, and we're going to see how we can help you out. Yogesh, thank you so much for joining in. And those of you who are just joined now, I can see someone has just come in. Remember, we spoke about personality types today. It is important that we have the right word to describe different personalities. So, thank you so much and have a great day. Stay safe and keep using these words. Bye bye.